Alright, welcome back folks to this week's episode on Script, where we tear down websites and tell you what works and what doesn't. So in this week we've got Evorich. So let's punch out to who Evorich is. So Evorich Holdings is one of the biggest market players in the flooring industry. So they focus a lot on eco-friendly materials and work on residential and commercial projects. So what are some of the good points of evorich.com.sg? So let's punch in right now. So this is their homepage over here, and there's a consistent color scheme, and I like the use of that floor background over here. So really emphasizing the fact that they're a flooring company itself. Now there's informative content. I love the knowledge, they use the knowledge base. So there's really lots of information here about picking the right floor for your whatever use you want to be. Let's say for example residential or commercial projects, how do you take care of that sort of stuff. The page size is very small. It's only 164 kilobytes. That is really small. And the page load time is an average of about 3.1 seconds. So that's pretty decent, and it's really fast load. So that's good stuff. And I noticed that they're using ASPX extension at the end of their website itself. So something tells me that they probably paid a web developer to basically customize and custom develop this site, and they're using ASP technology. All right, so that's pretty much the good points. Now, where can they really improve? So they've got a really outdated news and events section. So if you punch in here, there's a drop-down list to tell you the different years. So they categorize it by the years, and it really stops at the year 2015. Something's going on there. What happened for the past 2 years? Was there no updates, no events that you went down to, or the marketing guy just got fired? Who knows? These things happen. And the sitemap, let's see, the sitemap over here, it's a bit old school, you know. I love the fact that they have a very old school sitemap, but it's funny, and I call this the sitemapception. So if you look at the bottom of the sitemap itself, the sitemap link is in the sitemap. Wow. The other thing that is basically not really that up to par is they are missing pages. So for example, if we're coming up to our vision and mission, blank space over here. Likewise, coming down the business concept, blank space over here. And if I'm looking at the top here on the page title itself, something's going on wrong here. So I'm not too sure why there's a bunch of gibberish as the page title. So let's say if we're gonna go into another site itself, yep, page title comes out fine. Coming back down here, gibberish. So something's wrong. I'm not too sure whether that's some technical issue back on the server side, but that's something that they gotta look for. And yep, the giving back, that's the other link that's basically a missing page. There's various fonts that are used all over the site itself. So there's Verdana, there's Trebuchet MS, and the button links are Calibri. So there's way too many, and there's actually another font over here as well. So there's using Verdana. So there's 4 fonts. Basically, the market standard is that basically just stick to about 3 fonts. At the most, try and stick to about 2 fonts, so that you know, one for your header, one for your call to actions, and then one for your paragraph. That should be about the rough standard. If you're gonna stick with 2 or even 1 font itself, just play with the font sizes. So that's something that they should look out for. When it comes down to testimonials, there's a residential testimonial, but since this section says client testimonials and there's a tab that says residential, there should be likewise there should be another button just beside here perhaps, and that says commercial and residential testimonials. So you want to click back and see the different projects. Let's say if I'm interested in commercial testimonials, but if I'm going to punch into that, it just says the page is under maintenance, coming up soon. So I'm not really a fan of coming up soon pages. It really shows that you're not really ready with the content itself. So sometimes it might be better to just leave and omit that whole site itself. So let's say for example in the navigation, just omit out commercial testimonials, just only focus on residential testimonials. So let's say for example, if somebody really wanted to find out about commercial testimonials and you don't have that ready, They could check out your Facebook page, or they could just contact you to say, hey, you know what, do you have any commercial testimonials? I just want to find out what your customers have said about you guys. All right. The quote form. So if we're gonna go down to the quote, so I love the fact that they use get quotation, a sub menu item in that sense, there a separate button itself. So that's really good. But once you come down to the quotation page itself, wow, it really brings out to a Google form, which is a bit odd considering the fact that if you're gonna custom develop a site itself, you would think that you would get the developer to kind of work out some kind of form mechanism so that you can actually get some kind of backend server data to upload onto your stuff and not stick to the standard Google form. So that's something very peculiar. And also the last point that I found a bit odd was that what is the main product line in this site itself? If we're going to be scrolling through, it seems like the HERF series is something that they're really focused on, and there's not really much information about that in the homepage itself. It just says the latest news, when the latest news is basically showing November 2016, so it's not really latest, is it? So that's something that you want to focus on. What kind of things, if that's a particular series or customers or a hot seller of your product itself, you might want to feature it up in your homepage so that everyone knows that, yeah, this is something that you got to look for because everyone's buying it. So let's punch into the rankings. Visuals wise, I would give it a 3 out of 5 clicks. Not really digging much of the whole use of 4 fonts and not really kind of having an integrated setup over there. The content wise, I would give it 3 out of 5 clicks. Navigations 2. Just because that basically when you're clicking in, there are a lot of broken links itself. It's not really that easy to kind of navigate into. Performance wise, I would give it 4 out of 5 clicks because it's a really light site and basically the page load time is really fast. So overall, I would say that this site would be ranked 6 out of 10 clicks. So not too bad. Alright, so I hope you guys learned a thing or two from that. And if you've got a website that you like stripped, please comment down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And always hit us up at pagexsg.com or send us an email to hello@pagexsg.com if you just want to have a friendly chat about your website and what we can do for you. Till then, keep making the web a more user-friendly space. Ciao.